What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing the last of the 2 guard tier list. So each of these position ones is going to be the last position ones we do for NBA 2K20, but don't worry, from early 2K21 we'll be back doing tier lists, just like later today is going to be the last ever of the I Rate Your Squad video. So if you guys could leave a like, to be greatly appreciated in this video. But anyway, now we are going to get onto it. So we're going to be ranking them, as always, S to D tier, but we're putting in a worthless tier, which is like a never use under any circumstances tier. And now we're going to go on to it. So, first up, Dwayne Wade. I like Wade. And considering how weak the 2 guard position is, I'm putting Wade in A tier. I don't care. This is a weak position, by the way. A lot of people at the 2 guard are going to be either running with like a LaMelo or a primary small forward. But in my opinion, Dwayne Wade belongs in A. He's still fantastic. Like, offensively, he's still brilliant. Still got that long wingspan. Yeah, I wouldn't go out and use him in a competitive game, but because I'm not the greatest using him. Like, I would much rather just use a Ben Simmons and Pro 8 up the floor. Or a Kawhi and Pro 8 up the floor. Or a Vince and Pro... Actually, to be fair, Wade has got the Pro 3 behind the back as well. Yeah, so he's A, but if you want to put him in S, I'm not going to argue that point. I will not argue the fact that some people will have Dwayne Wade in S tier. Then we got Ray Allen. Ray Allen is going B tier. He's not terrible. He is not terrible. As much as, even if people want to try to convince you this guy's terrible, trust me, he's not. He's not unbelievable. But even without the Evo, his release was still brilliant. Like, Ray Allen release in other 2 years with 2K has been terrible. This year, Ray Allen's release is fantastic, lads. It is fantastic. So, for me, anyway, Ray Allen belongs in here in B tier. This is where the card belongs. Then we've got Tracy McGrady. So T-Mac is going... T-Mac was on a similar level, maybe a tiny bit better than the original Ray Allen. But I'm going to put him C tier. I don't mind this T-Mac. I don't mind Trey Burke base, which might as well just be called T-Mac's release at this stage. But I don't mind that base on Go Quick Draw. I really don't. I think he is definitely C. I don't think he's higher than that, though. When he came out, man, in terms of like cards in comparison to the rest of the cards in the game, there was Day 1 Mirasan, who I feel was so much better than everybody else. There is current day Yao, when people know how to use them. And then there was this T-Mac. They were like the 3 completely just meta-defining cards, in my opinion. At that time, this T-Mac, especially when the behind the backs in the game, was just a game changer. However, it's not Christmas Eve 2019. It's the 2nd of August 2020, so he's C tier. Then we got Roy B tier. Same SIGs as T-Mac, I'm pretty sure. Same release. He's got way more badges. Off quick draw, but with the Evo, he's B. Pre-Evo, he'd be C down with T-Mac, but with the Evo, he's B. Then we've got Michael Jordan. Jordan's B. Not gonna lie, Jordan's B, which means that this Jordan's gonna be B as well. But his defense is next level. Like, his defense is still elite. It is still elite. It's no longer a case of, like, because they tend to glitch everybody. It's no longer a case of like him being out on his own as the best, like, tendency-wise player, like he was for months, the best defensive wing in the game. However, he's still really good. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still really good. He's just no longer the best. Then we've got Vince Carter. So Vince is going C. I don't like this card. I'm going to say this right now. I really don't like this card. Which is a bit weird because he's got the Pro 3 behind the back. His release is just so slow. Then we have this Vince right here. I'm tempted. I'm going to put him here for now. I'm going to put him in S tier. I think, for me, it's weird. For me, this Jordan is way better than this Vince. But for me, this Vince is way better than Go Jordan. I don't know what it is. I don't miss with this Vince. I don't do anything with him. He's a cone for me. But I run him in my main lineup. Like, my main lineup at the minute is Simmons at the 1, KP at the 2, Vince at the 3, Dino at the 4, and Porzingis at the 5. And then I run Yao off the bench to just run everything through him. But, man, Vince for me is so good. He's so good. I don't know what it is. His release, maybe it's because I don't use him too much and people leave him open, but he's auto greens. He's auto greens on half quick draw. I hate his release and go quick draw. He's auto greens on half. Then we got Tracy McGrady. This T-Mac, A. He's brilliant, though. He is brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant, but I'm going to put him A tier. His jumper is fantastic. His SIGs are not ideal. He's got low strength. Defense isn't quite there, but he's still... The fact he came out on the 29th of February and he's still more than usable in this game is incredible. Like, I might move him up. I honestly might. Then we got Allen Iverson. I'm not quite going to put him worthless because there's some bad cards in this tier. but he's no higher than D. He's not a good card. He's too little. If he was like, obviously that's like saying if Iverson was 6'4", it's like saying if Iverson was 6'4" in real life, he'd be the best player in the history of basketball. But yeah, he's just too small. The way the meta is, he's just too small. And we got Bradley Beal. See, he's just literally just the worst Ray Allen. He's Ray Allen with way less Hall of Fame badges, basically. But he does have a better behind the back, so still, even with that behind the back, you're still not gonna. I get it, it's good, but you're not gonna rim one with him anyway, so it's not gonna be that effective. Then we got Michael Red, B. Red's good. Like Red is really underrated. He's a really good card in my opinion. A card that a lot of people just haven't used. I think anyone who doesn't like this card just hasn't used this card, to be completely honest. And we got Kristaps Porzingis. Why am I even hesitating? This is a no-brainer. Porzingis is the best 2-guard in the game, in my opinion. S tier. He is an elite cone. He's also 7'3". Man, he's so good. He is so good. Then we have got Go Jordan. Go Jordan's up here in S. I do prefer, like, wherever Vince is, Go Jordan is, because I think it is personal preference with these two guys. He's literally, like, same stats, same badges, but it is personal preference. I personally prefer Vince, but I understand prefer Jordan because they both have the same behind the back as well. Absolutely elite, lads. Absolutely elite. Then we have got Jordan Crawford or Jamal Crawford. I don't mind Jamal Crawford. I'm putting him in C though. I really don't think he's spectacular. I think he's good, but that's it. He's good, not exceptional. He's a good card, but nothing that's a complete game changer. Like, for that reason, I'm going to put him in C. Even though he's got okay half-court sigs, his full-court sigs are bad, and he's got Trey Burke base, I know, but like, it just doesn't feel the same on Jamal Crawford. Then we got Steve Smith. Steve Smith's good, man. He's good. He's going A. I know that might seem like a little bit of a stretch putting a card like this in A, but I really do like him. I really like this card. I think he's great defense. He shoots the ball really well. He's got a great behind the back, and overall, it's a great card. Then we have got Dell Curry. Dell's going... He's going C. He's all right. Like, he's not bad. He's got a great release off the catch. He's got base 28. He's just too small. Like, 28's only really good off the catch. It's not good off the dribble. And the problem is that you can't really afford to play him with the 2-guard because he's a bit too small. He is a 3-and-D cone. He's just too small to be an elite one. So I'm going to put him in C. But he's not terrible. He's not terrible. And we got Eddie Jones. Eddie's going in A. Man, I love this Eddie card. I love this Eddie Jones card. That's all I'm going to say. Like, his jumper is nice. His handle's insane. He's got the Pro 2 tween. And he's top tier. He is a top tier card. You know what? I might actually move it. I'm putting him in S. I'm putting him in S. I don't care. I'm looking at the rest of the cards on this list. And there's maybe one other. There's one that I would take over Eddie Jones without question. And it's this guy right here. So DeRozan is going up in S tier as well. DeRozan is very similar to T-Mac, but just better. He's just better stats-wise. I'm moving T-Mac into S. Because I don't think any of the remaining cards... There's only one of these... Yeah, I don't think any of the remaining cards belong in S tier. So this is probably be my S tier. Maybe I'll put one more in. But, man, this is... Like, these cards are all very good. Like, if you guys are looking at these... Like, you can argue one specific guy that my cursor on right now might be, but other than that, I don't think you can really argue many. So then we have got Clyde Drexler going all the way down the worthless tier. He's terrible. He's like worse Dominique. Well, he's like slightly better Dominique, but Dominique's terrible. I don't know what they did to base 8. Base 8 was one of the best release in the game, and now it's hopeless. Now it's one of the worst. Now we got another worthless card. We got Des Mason. Des Mason. Man, you know what? Like, if you don't ever dribble the ball, he's not the worst. But if you even try to cross the ball over, he will stop to a standstill. For that reason, he's going into worthless here. I actually liked this card before. Not even that I learned how to dribble, because I'm not the greatest dribbler. Before I even learned the power of just one behind the back into a speed boost, I didn't mind this card. But, nah, he's not good. He's not only he's not good, he's really bad. Then we got Hero. You know what? I'm putting Hero on B. Hero's got 107, which is a really good release. He's got great handle. He can cook people off the dribble. You know what? I'm going to put him in B. I don't think he's higher than that, but I think that's where he belongs. Then we got Liquid Richards. C. Like, real talk, he's pretty good, but I don't think he belongs any higher in this tier. He's got the Pro 2 tween, but like he's no better than like a Bradley Beal. So I'm going to put him in C tier. Then we got Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's not terrible. I'm telling you right now, he's not terrible. He's not very good. Like, he'd be on the kind of higher end of D, lower end of C, I'd say, by the end of this. But he is not terrible, lads. He is not absolutely terrible. That's all I'm going to say. Then we have got George Gervin. Gervin's B. Gervin's got a long wingspan. That's all like, he's got a really long wingspan. He's got... Or say not, what am I saying he's got a long wingspan? He's just got decent length in general. He's got good enough height for that 2-guard position. His wingspan says it's long, but it is kind of short. He's got everything but an ultra long wingspan though, because you'd think with his player build, especially with how long his arms look here, he would have a wingspan of like 7 foot or close to it. He'd have like Kawhi length, but he doesn't. Other than that, though, he does pretty much everything. Can't believe I stumbled over my words to say that George Gervin had an ultra long wingspan, and that's his like biggest problem, that he doesn't. And we got Anthony Edwards. Wherever way it is, Anthony Edwards is. They're so similar. It is personal preference. Basically, with these two guys, I prefer Wade's release, but I prefer Pro 5 behind the back for 3 hunting over Pro 3. So, literally, it's some days I prefer Edwards, some days I prefer Wade. Then we are going to put in Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's going A. He's going A tier. He is a card that I actually very much like in this game. I think he's a great defender. I think he's just great at almost everything. So, now we've got Glenn. Glenn. Where do you belong? Where do you belong, Glenn? Glenn plays no defense, but he is arguably the best offensive 2-guard in the game. Offensively, give me Glenn over most of these guys, except for maybe Kristaps. He's the best release, minus Dwayne Wade. I'm putting Glenn in... let me put him in... S. Let me put him in S. He's probably the lowest in S, but let me put him in there. Then we got Kobe. Would I take Kobe over Ray Allen? Probably. Would I take him over Brandon Roy? That's debatable. Would I take him over this Jordan? Probably. So I'm gonna put Kobe in A. I take Jaylen Brown over Kobe, but I'm still gonna put Kobe in A. I think that's really where he belongs. Then we've got a card that I really want to put in A, Dale Ellis. Because I would take Dale Ellis over all these guys, but I'm going to put him in B. Dale Ellis, Ray Allen base, which is the best release in the game. He's got the Pro 2 tween. He's also got every Hall of Fame badge you need. He's better, in my opinion, Dale, and he's 2 inches taller than Ray Allen. In my opinion, Dale Ellis is way better than Ray Allen. I'm saying that right now. He's not. He's way better offensively, way worse defensively than Jordan. B, but I really want to move him to A. Then we got Walter Davis, literally a worse Brandon Roy. He's going B tier. So that is where I'm going to put Walter Davis. I think Walter Davis is a pretty good card, don't get me wrong, but I just don't believe he belongs any higher than that. Then we've got James Harden. This is another tough one. Because the more I use this card, the more I like James Harden. 6'5" is a little small. He's Tendo glitch though. Is he much better? Yeah, he's got half range. He's better. He's going A. Which is a surprise because I hated the other James Harden, who I don't actually have on the list. That other James Harden probably go B. He'd probably go B or C. One of those two, but I don't actually mind this Harden, to be completely honest. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we got Devin Booker, another member of the worthless crew right here. Another member of it. And then we've got D tier, Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter has got a decent release. For that reason, he's not worthless. Other than that, he's got nothing. He's got nothing except a release. And we got Mitch Richmond, who is literally just another Bradley Beal. C tier. I'm pretty sure Mitch Richmond, this card has a release that only this card has. And it's actually really good. It's actually really, really good. So I do like this card in for that reason. Then we're going to put in... Let's put in Quentin Richardson. This is a tough one because as a pure catch and shoot player, he's actually really good. I'm going to put him B. I actually really like this card. Like, his release is unbelievable. He's got 28, which in my opinion is the best catch and shoot release in the game. He's unbelievable. Then we got Adrian Dantley. I've never used this card. I'm going to say this right now. I've never used this card, so I'm just going to put him in C. I know his stats aren't absolutely terrible, but I've never used him, so I can't put him higher than C. So, yeah. That's where he's going. Then we have got J.R. Smith. B. Yeah, I think B is fair for JR. I don't mind him. Trust me, I do not mind this card. But I don't think he belongs higher than B. He's... trust me, I take Dale Ellis over him, but he's not bad. And we got Dwayne Wade Diamond. Dwayne Wade Diamond's B as well. I get it. The only difference really is the half quick draw. It's half quick draw. That's really it. Then we get Clay. Clay... I was about to say Clay's got that Hall of Fame clamps. He's got the Pro 2 tween, but his release a bit iffy. However, Dale Ellis is all of it. I don't care. Dale Ellis is going A. Dale Ellis is going A. I don't care. Dale Ellis has got he's got not great defense tendencies. The Pro A tween, Pro 2 tween. He's got the best release, arguably the best release in the game, which is Ray Allen base. So he's incredible. He's going A. Then we get Dirk. I can't put him higher than C because he's Dirk. And he's got a lot of weaknesses. However, I can't put him lower than C because he is a 7-foot-tall 2 guard and you can't teach height. Then we've got Victor Oladipo. C. He's fine. He's a little bit better. A little bit better than Mitchell. A little bit better. We don't have a great group of players here at the end. So we're going to go with Hersey. Hersey Hawkins is D. He's D. There's no two ways about that. And we got Joe Caldwell. The more I use Joe Caldwell, the more I don't like Joe Caldwell. And I think it's mainly because this card is a thing, who's just a way better in every way version of Joe Caldwell. I'd be half tempted to put him up here, but he's nowhere near as good as this Anthony Edwards. So I'm going to put him in B tier. But, I don't know, Anthony Edwards is a similar level to a Brandon Roy or something. So, yeah, he belongs in this B tier. But Caldwell, when he came out, he was great, but nah, he's not. He's not it. But, he came out in May. Was it the end of May? I'm trying to think because was it June 1st where I did my attempt at a 16-hour long or 18-hour long stream and we only ended up getting 10 hours into it? I think it was that day. And Joe Caldwell was out on that Friday before that. Either way, not the biggest deal in the world. He's okay. He's fine. Then we got Corey Maggette, or May 31st, or is it probably May 28th or 29th maybe? May 29th he came out, that's my guess. Corey Maggette, I hate this card. He's going D. He's got nothing. He's got nothing going for him. He's like a Jimmy Butler but can't play defense. That's literally what this card is. And we got Rip. Rip can't play offense really, but he's a great defensive card, so he's going B. Tony Allen. He's so bad. He's really good on defense. Trust me, Tony Allen is really good on defense. But even though normally I'd put a card that's half decent on defense in D tier, he's so bad on offense that I can't put him above worthless. Just never use Tony Allen. Never use Tony Allen. And last up, you guys can see it, Swaggy P. And Swaggy's going... You know, I prefer Swaggy to Kobe, so he's going A. He's going A. I don't mind his SIGs. They're not great. His release is better. You know who I'm also going to move up Brandon Roy. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. So, yeah, this is my tier list. So, these guys are the top tier 2 guards, second tier, third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier, and guys you should never, ever, ever use in this game. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. I think guys from maybe D tier above, if you're huge fans of them in real life and want to use their player in game, you can probably get away with it. However, these guys right here, even if you're the biggest Devin Booker fan in history, you will not get away with using Devin Booker in this game, trust me. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. This is the last 2 guard tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.